also check if the sound's coming in. Alright. I hear myself, so I can mute myself. Awesome. That is always the question. Do I hear myself? Because the sound is so weird every time. Well, I'm happy I hear myself. Oh, here we go again. I'm tired. Okay. Last stream I had some sound problems because my microphone was not outputting enough. Hopefully it's enough now because I cranked up the decibels by a lot. And I hope that is going good. If not, please say so. If you're still at full power output on your computer or on your telephone or on the browser, everything is still maxed out, that means my settings are still not correct, and hopefully you average around 50% volume power, and then it's a little bit better, because last time I had 2-3 people all maxing out their volume bars and still not able to hear me correctly. At least I hope this time I'm hearable. I'm doing that. I need to sip a drink. And there we go. I hope everyone is doing okay. I have a kind of weird project that I started this week of like I needed a distraction of focusing on the lamp and the marbles and trying to do something semi stupid, and I wanted to make a sea lamp shape but printed in one fell go. So the LED strip goes down, so it goes in here, then slowly down all the way there. That just keeps going. Only the friction is too high. I cannot get it further than this. It's now stuck in this corner here, and I can do small pushes by bringing it on, but the friction soon gets so much that I am not able to continue. Because here it still works, and it still works, but soon we reaching the point of me not able to push it anymore. And this is not the right LED strip. I tried to do it with the cop lab strip, so this one. But this rubber stuff has so much friction, it's getting stuck already here. Like I already have trouble just pushing it in this small corner because it's just too tight. And the friction of the rubber onto the plastic, like I already have so much trouble pushing it here. Try to make that one corner, it's a little bit impossible. And now I cannot get it out. But I'm gonna try to see it off. I have powered it on as I should be. But yeah. So I can also do that here, see, and now it's in this corner, and this is the furthest point I can get. But I was trying to go for this kind of effect, and then with front loading LED strips, because these LED strips going to the side. But it still gives you a cool effect of inside to outside. So if we install this one for the prototype, you can hopefully see two edges here, tiny bit, and getting that effect, but then glow it to the side, and still puzzling out how to do this. I cannot go bigger because the print size is, like my printer is not bigger than this, the core one. I can print it on the Snapmaker, which is a tiny bit bigger, but size doesn't matter. It's this corner area that jams it up, because that's the friction part, and I still need to solve that. I tried to make a turntable that I can put in here. Then I can turn it around. So me thought was like, I'm gonna use TPU and print it in one go on the Snapmaker. I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna work, but I didn't interlock the TPU that good, so it just came loose, so I need to reprint this. And maybe I can make a system that this turns around and this makes that friction good enough that it pulls it around. Hopefully, that's the idea, that this, when you turn this one, it brings in the friction here, so it makes it tight enough that it turns the LED strip. At least that was the idea. Not sure if it's gonna work, but that's my this week off-stream project, silly shenanigan thing. I kind of want to make it way bigger, but yeah, that strip is only this long. Yay. But this was a cool thing to try, and it was funny. Not doing it again. But I'm gonna put this one over here, because I want to make some space. I don't need soldering, so I can just put my stuff there. I need to clean up this one here, because I do not too much LED strips. Okay, this one is tidied up. Let's give it a twirl, so I can actually store it a little bit easier. Yeah, I hope everyone is doing okay. I had a decently busy week, just running around, getting grocery shopping, material stuff in. I tried to do the garden because, hey, the weather is better. But yeah, I found out that my, they call it the hedge cutter, battery was completely broken. I tried to fix it. Found out that the battery is completely wrecked, but also the inside part is not making connection. So I had a second battery and that one didn't work either. So I screwed and wrecked open the whole hedge cutter to see actually what is going on. Well, the inside was rusty. I kept it dry and somehow it was still rusty, so I don't know how that happened. I didn't put any water on it, I didn't put it in a moisturized area. So I'm pretty confused what happened there. Yeah, got a new one, pretty pricey, but I don't want to turn my garden in a jungle again. Like, I'm trying my best to get a bit cleaner garden. At least that's what I hope. There we go. Yeah. So hopefully today I kind of want to make a prototype version of this one and this one in itself. So with the new one, so the difference if you look at it. So let's see. So the difference is that there is an extra clicky here that keeps that center plate centered up, because this one is slowly falling out because the marbles click it in. So this middle center point gets too much airspace and just gets loose. So this small attachment here will make it a little bit harder to actually drop down, so it stays more in place. And I'm happy with that, but I want to make a manual version. So this is a full automatic one. A manual version where you can say left or right. So just a hand pickable one. And I want to go into the model of this setup here and make a version that you can twirl it on the top, which technically I already have a tiny bit, because if you just have the engine here, and let's put this one back. Come on. There we go. So if you install this one and you install the top, and this is what I already did. So if you install the top correctly, which there's only one way, you already see a small hole here, and I can put a trigger in there, and if I remove the motor system and just make a small pin there that it rests on, so it can actually turn manually, so you can do just with your hand manually going up. Because while people don't have the motor version, you can use this. You can reprint this in a manual version, and if you get the motor upgrade, I'm going for 10 euros for that package, then you can easily just remove this whole part, move this, and the only thing you swap out is this part. So this part gets changed into this motor system and you get this one extra. So this part will be solid where you have a resting point where it just turns and using the friction part. At least that was the idea for me. And, what? Why is this black? Why is this black? Okay, I'm confused. Why is this black? Give me a small... silent mode. The problem with handle on the side is that you build around the marble contraption. So you build your marble track around it. So it on the side is really hard to actually execute. So top is the better option. Because most of the time you have your part surrounded with all the other plastics. And that way you have the problem of like how to reach that. What the crap is? Huh? Where is this black stuff coming from? I have some black stuff on the gear and I have no clue what it is. Like, I really have no clue what that black stuff is. It's like it's liquidy, so it's not dried out. I have no clue where it comes from. It's set under. I'm confused. I'm very confused. This is so weird. Okay, I don't know. Touching it again. So let's get a look at it because I'm decently confused. I want to see if there's gears on the inside that screwed this up. A bit confused what is going on. Is this just all from the inside now? Yeah, okay, the gears are... Okay, I have no clue what it is, but I need to clean it up. Yep. Clean it up with a towel. It's also on the bottom. Okay, there's something lubrication, but did not expect this. But it's full black. It's not that great. It's yeah. Okay, so it's something. Okay. At least it's cleaned up. Let's install it again. Okay, something to do with the motor. Didn't see it yet. Let's get this one first. It's a lot easier. Okay. Installing it back again. Drop something, not important now. So let's click it in. close in place. Okay, that one is in place. And here's all. We had some black leakage in the motor, and I think it was just lubrication, but it was everywhere. So we cleaned up the motor system a little bit. Too much. We need a tiny bit of wiggle in it, because if it is too tight it will jam up. So this small wiggle will jam it less. Like you still get jammed. I'm still puzzling out the final jam. But yeah, I want to replace this one, so I kind of want to make a motor system that works for manually mode. We're gonna use the same base, but then a small divot, or you can put this one in top and then just manually turn it on the top. At least that looks doable. Kind of want to make a manual one where you just pick the thing up and switch it. So this is automatically, and I want to make one that just go left or go right, and I decide which one it is picking up. But I think focusing on this one first is, I think, the best idea. And I need to reprint one of those because these are kind of iffy right now. So I want to keep it safe, so it's more locked in place. So all of this, so this top part and this whole part should not be changed. But I need to make a small part that sits in here where this one lines up correctly and stays the same. So when you upgrade to the electronic version, you can just swap out this part, put the motor in, wire it up, and then you can make it automatically. At least that's the idea, hopefully. Oh, my hands are all dirty. I don't like that. Yeah, greasy stuff is never fun. So I'm happy with the slot setters, so the pathfinders, the tracker, because they click in good. And I found out with the tops, there is a specific way that this works, but the moment I turn it one, it's not gonna click, which is funny because the only way it works is this, and this is the only way I need it to work, because this shows directly that this entrance is the blue side. If I swap it for, so if I swap this one for this one, and I have a second 2, which I do not have, I can place this one on the top of my marble track, and if I make a 2, and this is a 1, but if I make a 2 with full blues and I place that somewhere on my track, I know that this blue track goes to this one. So I can line them up way better, and actually not forgetting which pad goes where, so you don't have happy conjoined accidents of, oh shit, I combined all the tracks together, because it's one big loop right now, which is awesome, but sometimes you just want separate small loops. And with the click system and the color system, so you can actually make the tracker track the things very consistent in a way that makes sense. And doing all that. That's the whole thing. So let's switch to comp view, switch the camera, because that is also needed. Yep, there we go. Go. That's better, hopefully. Hoopa. Height is good. Yeah, that's good. I still need to fix my backgrounds. That's the hard problem of not knowing how to do that. I know I can green screen it, but at the same time I don't want to have green screens behind me, because then I'm trying to switch to my desk again and like, boo, that doesn't work. Hoppa. Okay, let's go to the marble track. Marble track. Marble assembly. And where is the elevator? This one, if I'm correct. There we go. Yeah, okay. Reference update. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, Fusion. One day I remind myself to do this before the stream, because I keep forgetting this. Okay, so yeah, just for checking, Herschel, the sound levels are good, because I have not changed anything yet, so I assume it's good. Okay, now we're full up to date. Sound is good. Okay, awesome to hear, because like last time I was very soft for a lot of people and I couldn't puzzle out how and why, and then the next stream I tried to fix it. And hopefully it's doing it correct right now. Alright. Manual elevator. Oh yeah, I remember this takes really long. Yay. Oh, waiting time. Why it needs the computer sweep, man. I'm just making a new component. Please, Fusion. Do your thing. Come on, you can do it. Fusion. 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 Ay, 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 ay. Takes long. Yeah, I know I get warnings. I know. I'm just ignoring them, okay? I'm just ignoring. I have not used FreeCAD, but if you make it work for you, do what you can do. I have no right to complain or say like, oh, that's a bad software, don't use that, because use Fusion, that's way better. I'm not saying that. So look online what tutorials you have. Does it get you the things that you need for your designs, for your own concepts? And if you can work with FreeCAD, use FreeCAD. Like, I know enough people that use Blender for CADing. Like, I will judge those people a little bit because that's not really the right program for it. But if you work with it, like, I'm not stopping you. I have not checked out FreeCAD myself. I think, if it is correct, FreeCAD is the one that just got a really big update, and I hear a lot of people talking positively about it. So from that perspective, I think it's a better program than before. So I hope it goes in a better direction and technically kicks the shit out of Autodesk, because Autodesk still needs competition in the free space, and that is also welcome, because then Autodesk, Fusion and all the other programs, need to keep up a notch. Yeah, me either, so that's why I cannot complain or judge about it, because I've not tested it myself yet. But yeah, the only thing I can say, the couple people that are using it in my surrounding are very happy with the new update. That's like, use the tool that works for you. That's the most important part. Yeah, that's the most important part. Use the tool you can use and want to use. And if it works for you, awesome. Fusion works for me. I'm used to the Autodesk style of software, and yeah, I'm just locked in because I'm so used to it. I cannot get used to Blender. Like, I just can't. I have kept trying it and I just can't. And I had people that were just a little bit saying, yeah, you need to use Blender, well, it's free, you don't have to pay for it and it works. Yeah, the things I can do in Fusion takes me 5 to 10 times more time in Blender than doing it in Fusion. And then people always had that complaining part, but you can learn to do it faster in Blender. Yes, but I can also just directly do it in Fusion and save more time. The step for me, learning Blender, is too much. It's for me. I'm slow at learning Blender because it doesn't click for me. That doesn't mean it doesn't click for you. If it clicks for you, use it. If it doesn't click for you, don't use it. The most important part is, are you happy with it? Can you make the things that you can make? Awesome, go. That's the most important part. It's just go. Wait, what? I just made... Huh. I'm pretty sure I just made a new component. Where is my new component? Okay. Manual elevator. Why it needs to compute everything again? What? Okay, Fusion, are you drunk? Fusion is drunk. Yeah. Switch it up, man. Maybe it clicks for you. Like, take your time, find some good tutorials, stick to it. Every day, try to work at least 10 to 30 minutes on it. Just do small projects, start it up, and then see how it feels. What? Okay, because it cannot do this. Somehow... Because something in the timeline in the future is breaking up, it's refusing to make a new component. I've never seen this one. Oh, it's really not liking it. Well, we're stuck here. Yeah, like, I knew people, and I was one of those people too that were just bitching on Blender or bitching on that program because everyone was doing it. And Yeah, that's just bad. Just use the tools you can use and be happy with it. Okay, I don't care. Fusion, you're waiting on fusion. I didn't expect this one. Okay. Waiting. Okay, can I make a new component now? Manual elevator. Thank you. Now you do. This one. Oh, you mean the save file? No, Fusion updated that. You don't see that anymore. At least I don't see that anymore. Like, they are still here because I can look up uses in, and if I go to there should be here that it was hidden. I found it. History. That this is where it all is. So this is where all the save files are now. It's no longer showing the version number in here or in the top anymore. It just saves. No, it's happened, man. Welcome to a stream. Things happen, and part of life. Alright, I said one more copy, please. And this one. Huh? Okay.
Thanks to our station sponsor, the Center for Stress Management, London.
Okay, so this one can go off, and this one can go off. So this is the whole system that I want. Don't want to touch that. So we need to change the starting one. This one needs to be carefully changed a little bit. And to make that a pivot, and the one in the bottom also needs to change. So this one can go off, but if I need to change something, I can do that there. And doing that over there. Okay, first you stay in position. How do we make this without dropping that? Plastic on plastic is gonna wear down pretty fast, so I'm not fully happy with this. Because if you keep turning it, so how can we do that without? How can we do this without lubrication? Okay, it all needs to be in the same spot, so let's remove this one for now. Just have a clean up. And we're gonna do this one again. And project this one and this one, this one and this one and this one. And we have this. Okay, double check that not something on the inside is now hollow. Okay, nope, oh, nope, there it was. Yeah, I know. Gun. I knew there was an opening there. Found it. Okay, so so if we have the elevator, the bottom clip back, we can make this a little bit bigger. This part will be removed and cleaned up too. So we can do this and this down. Just doing a very rough cleanup, and I don't care about the tightness. Yeah, it's too small. That's good. That's good. There we go, clean it up. Okay, now we got the base, so we need to needs to be in the same height, right? Yeah. This is 3 millimeters, so let's go 4, 5, 6, 7. I can add some more. 7, 8, 9. I am not fully convinced by this. Herschel, I think you know this better. I know PLA on PLA can create friction, but what about PLA on PETG? Is that less friction? Like, I'm curious about that one. What creates less friction? PLA on PLA or PLA? PLA on PETG. Let's see. Like, I'm curious. did this reduce the friction? No. I'm probably overthinking this one, but let's see. That one offset of 0.2, 0.3. Gonna give it a little bit of wiggle. Then we go to 5. I need to know that one too. Oh, yeah. Engine up. Aha, there we go. Found it. Alright. Got the sneaky one. I almost did a double overlap. Yeah, of
You
course.
are listening to 24/7 London Radio.
Okay, yes. Okay, so that should not stick to each other, but there's still enough space. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Cool. I have the base screw in a new design. And we should be able to turn it. Nice. Okay, engine up. Now we're gonna go for this one. We can do better. Sketch. Cool. And we say new offset again. 0.3. Make it a little bit smaller. And then we'll do this one. Plus minuses. 3.5. There we go, back up to engine again and see how big is this area. Whoop. That is 9, so this should be an 8. And the distractions are not, it's part of livestream, man. Like, I don't care. We both found out because I didn't, like, I realized that the save file numbers were gone. I didn't know how to find them again. Because Fusion did an update, forced the update, and have fun with it. So that happens. Yep, that's fine. Which one direction do I turn? So, that direction. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And do that. I want to make different shapes. I just want to make that do that. This is 22. That's really small. Let's get the on the elevator backs, alright. So I need to shape up doing that. And okay, keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Okay, we're gonna keep it simple, so we're gonna do another one. You and you are centered. Grabbing this one. Then we say 50, so 5 centimeters. Now we say this one and this one are equal. Nice. Cool handle here. Two on the other side too. There. Oh, wrong side. One up. And this one can go one up. Because this should be 8 and the hole is 9. So you can put this in and twirl it around. Is the size making correct? So if this is this big, it's really, yeah. We need to do this and not Okay, we're gonna make this one a little bit bigger. Need to test something here. Let's switch the camera because I think I'm making a big mistake here now. Because the overlap is not that good. Because if we put the engine back for now, because then we have the correct height. Let's put the engine back. Let's put the base plate back. Let's get... where's the plate? Where's the plate? There's the plate. Okay, we got this one now. I kind of want to have a short one, so let's see if... Yeah. This is wiggly. Is this too wiggly for manual mode? It should be fine, but... Yeah, I'm not fully happy with it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Something is bugging me. It's a small thing in your mind, like, what? There's something wrong. There is something wrong. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, finish sketch, base empty, copy this one in. What? I'm watching this on my phone as I'm on a ferry across Puget Sound in Washington. Oh, dude, that's really cool. So I'm on a boat now. Woo! I already feel seasick, to be honest. How you doing, man? That's really cool, man. I hope it works. Washington. Wasn't TCT thing there? Or was that something else? TCT was there, right? Right? Not that. I hope the connection stays stable, man. 6, 4. So this should be around the same height. Yes. Okay. Okay, let's double check if this is actually doing it correct. Yeah, cool. Very calm around budgets. That is really cool. I hope the connection is stable, man. That's Oi. Okay, so there is a little bit of leeway there. I am. Oh, nice. Manual power. That seems awesome, man. That seems awesome. Yeah, you go. There, I want to go up. I want to go there and do that. That seems great. That's really cool. To be honest, that is really cool. That is really cool. Okay, so you need to change a little bit more size, so 100. 1, 2, 5. And then can go a little bit bigger. I think. Finish sketch. 4, 3, 1, 4. Yeah, I'm trying to make a manual turning shaft right now, a little bit wonky, but I think for now it works. And then we can do this one. Okay, we still need that one, but we also need this. Okay, let's friction. Nope. And now let's get them all in. But how is it going there? Do you live in Washington or are you there for an event or something? I'm really trying to recall where TCT is now. Where is TCT? Like, wasn't that Washington? I don't think it's Washington. Hey, so superordinate. That's a cool name. How are you doing? I'm building up the manual system for my marble contraption. Oh, Boston. Yeah, that was Boston. Not, yeah, okay, so yeah. That was Boston. That was Boston. Okay, so this one is closed. So we have -2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Welcome. I'm trying to design it up so you can soon download it on printables and doing all that. So I'm glad. Like, was the picture good enough that it catches your eye? Because I'm still trying to make the pictures good, and I'm not very good at it and how to do all that. Oh, see it? Dropping everything on the ground. So I do have a lot of pieces here, so let's do a show model. Let's do a show model, because showing off how far I brought in my marble connection. Awesome. Yeah, like I use AI to make the text the pinkish gradient color, because I still have no clue how to do that in actual 2D programs like Photoshop or GIMP, and I'm trying to learn that. And that's a little bit better than just black text that I had before, so yay. and trying to do that, so I will grab a couple pieces here and show things hopefully off. So yeah, my marble contraptions are just basic tile sets, but I have magnets on the inside. So what you can do, if you actually click them to each other, it actually sticks a little bit. So when you add a third one into it, the structure of an hexagon, because hexagons are the best hexagons, it becomes a lot stronger. So you can actually build up into the air. So let's grab that camera, so because that one is better to see. Yep, there we go. There we go. There we go. So what you can do with that is build tracks also a bit easier in the air. So I can build tracks like that with an opening in between, because there are magnets inside. So the magnets can be pricey, depends where you are. Maybe someone else, but this is my own design. I have not really fully looked online if there was one in this shape. I saw gravity tracks, and I got sick of the base plate design, and like I started 9-10 years ago with, let's show off the first original prototyping. So around 8 years ago, I made my own version with square blocks. So this was my first marble contraption system. Like squared, still stackable, but as you can see, the marbles are really hard to spot really fast. Like it was very hard to see, and I still needed a base plate, what I have here. So I still needed to make base plate pieces, then click them onto each other, and the higher you stack, the more wobbly it gets, because the higher you go, the more wobbly it gets. And life happens, I got distracted and I was not happy with this, so I went from this base plate design. I was like, this doesn't work. I really dislike the base plate because this is one thing, you have only one function, and that's it. I get so frustrated at the base plate things. Like, I know it's great, and then on the top you have a click mechanism, small piece that you click in so the whole structure stays rigid. And I was like, swap it up with magnets, because I think that works way better. So then a couple years later, I designed the green version, so these ones also have magnets. So as you like, these are print in place. Don't do print in place. So these are also magnets, but as you can see, there are no alignments. So I could switch things around and these magnets are not that strong. Same magnets as the other ones, by the way. And this also wasn't that great. So how I started designing then the new one is, as I said, make some small dovetails, but they are just to clip the straightness in place. So I don't want to do the height because then it becomes too fragile. Because if I do height clickers, it becomes too fragile and it breaks very easy. So I made the decision to have really small points sticking out here. Like if this zooming works. And this one doesn't break that fast. But it still gives the structure of left and right being stuck, and you like I can go up and down and I need to brute force it, but this makes the alignment of the marble in itself actually better because you don't have that friction. Everything locks in place when you do the third one, the fourth one in. Like I cannot pick it up because I'm trying to pick it up, and it works because the structure of an hexagon and the small legs into each other will make it. But if I shake it a little bit, it falls. But still, this gives opportunity of building things a little bit more in the air. You can go, like, if you go to my short videos and one of my latest videos, I made a contraption that sits on one tile and goes up wider, up wider, up wider. And it's really awesome. But while this is going on, these are all flat pieces. So how do we go down? Do I want to make a special tile that brings things down again? Like, I didn't want that. So what I did are these pieces. And you literally click them into the other ones. So it's a flat corner piece, but also a dropper. So that way I can actually attach droppers and switch things around. So you go for more modularity systems, and that is what I like to do, is making a system where you can use parts multiple ways. Because if I don't want to go this direction, and it's all the same, yeah, and then if I want to go right instead of left, I can switch this one in, and now I go right. But I can also say, like, oh no, I don't want to go right, I don't want to go left, I want to go straight. Now we go straight, but I can also say, like, hey, the entrance needs to be here. And works too. So you can swap things around and make it more modular, and that is what I like to do in... Oh, that is really cool. I want to play with that. I want to get a CNC machine at my home just to play with it as a hobby and expand my content creating silliness. But CNC is pretty pricey and I don't have a good plan or project for it yet. So I'm like, if I have a project for it, I'm more motivated to actually get it and play with it and see how much I can screw up. But yeah, so what I just made, this is a splitter, so if the ball goes in here, it comes out here. And this one switches automatically left and right, because the marbles are gravity based. And then you go this side or this side, so yeah, now I have a splitter. So that is what I am making, and I do not have the combiners here, but there is also a piece that combines the three pieces. Oh, that is really cool, man. That is cool. I'm trying to make this my job. And like, easier to show this, so if I plug it in and I click in the magnets, electronic elevator. Where are my marbles? No, I'm not an engineer. I graduated as a game developer and I'm autistic and diabetic, so I get hired very hard because people only see problems with me. And my autistic field makes it impossible for me to do mundane, simple tasks because I need distractions in my mind. So I just do this as a hobby and build things out and keep tinkering because I want to understand what I'm doing. So sometimes I have projects that go into multiple months of time because I'm distracted and hyper-focused on this thing and I just want to make things and try to understand. David, I really want to do that, but the CNC that I kind of want is 10,000 euros. I don't have that. Like that's a little bit too much. But yeah, so I can put the marble in here. Yep. Then I need to install it right. That's the one thing I forget. So if you install the elevator correctly, which I didn't because I didn't check that. Whoopsie. So now it should go right. And it drops out the marble. David, open source is very pricey. I have no way to get there because also that is very pricey. I don't know. I currently don't have many connections to go there or sleeping spots or ticket prices because open source is bloody pricey. I don't know how to go there and I don't know because I'm in Europe. So that's a very expensive flight and I want to bring my stuff with me and that's gonna cost me another 200, 300 euros to actually pack it in and make it transportable. So I don't think open source this year is gonna work for me because I probably don't have the budget. Like if I can sell my lamp on Thingiverse and that kicks off and I can use that budget to go to open source, then yes, I might go to open source or to the other rap festivals in America. But currently I am, no, I'm one to the left, I'm Dutch. But yeah, so you can roll the marble in, get the marble out, and that can loop. So if you check out my shorts, yeah, and David, like I have not much connections, so me as a small random person, like, hey, can you sponsor me? It doesn't really work. So if you have connections that people that maybe can sponsor me, please connect me up. Then I'm happy and excited to do. But like, I don't know how to ask that. I don't know who to ask, and yeah, it's a little bit of a problem. Like how, where, and how do you do it? And America is pricey, man. Like it's pretty pricey. But yeah, mechanical elevator and so I can make my contraption now automatically, and I'm trying to hopefully I get 10 more kilos from a supplier. I got sponsored, so hopefully it comes in. It needs to come in, then I can talk about it. And doing that, so this is the elevator part. This elevator has 3 entrances, so you have 3 places. Like I don't know even if I can actually go there, but if people want to help in a way, like if I can bring my small lamp, I can make my backpack lamp, I can walk around there, so I don't need a boot. I can literally just walk around there and have fun there. But yeah, I don't know how to get there and anything else. It's the hard part of doing that. But yeah, trying to focus on. If you start building out your full contraption and you get multiple routes and you're getting lost of where to build, and the sample picture is pretty easy because like I can see where one of my paths is. I made small clicky parts which I can place on top here, and then I can place the other one and you can see that this route is going to this one. So if I get to the point of, like, I have around 700 to 900 pieces plus minus of marble contraptions. If I get 10 more kilos, I can reach the 1500, 1700 pieces. And I want to build, I have a big table downstairs. I'm trying to get a 360 camera up and running. I have it, but I have no clue how to connect it with OBS yet or YouTube and make it work. So I can hang the 360 camera in the center, and I can live stream building a whole big ass marble contraption around, fully around it, and see if that works. But for me, when I was building the bigger ones in previous live streams, I lost my tracks, because you're building so many tracks, and with the splitters you go from 1 track to 2 tracks. And the hard part is, I lost track of my track. So I made a tracker to track your track, so you keep track of your track while you're building your track. Yeah, I've practiced that one. It's too many tracks. But yeah, the tracker. And these are numbered 1 to 5 and 7, because 6, 9 broke. But this way you can just attach it to, like, cool, I know that this one is this one. I know that this one is this one. And a little bit more consistent, you know where your exits and your entrances are, because you need to build up from layer 1 and build it up higher and higher and higher. And when you screw up at the bottom, like, yeah, where's my track? I don't know. Lost track. But hopefully in that way I can build more like this and have fun with that. But yeah, everything is modular, even these pieces. Like the outside, this is a hollow outside, which is also just for stacking, but you can also use bridging in it, because I can technically push this one out. And this is the one you kind of want to get stuck, so I can push this one out. It's a little bit iffy, this one. And I can swap it for a dropper. They're all the same, so for me that's the cool part of making stuff. Just exploration, having fun, and be excited about it. So it's all stackable. The elevator is also stackable segments, because like I have a whole bin here, so I can keep adding pieces, and pieces. So it keeps going bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's what I like the modularity to just keep extending and disconnecting it, and that's what I love to do, and doing all this. So that is that. But yeah, showing this off, and now we're going to the one I'm hopefully like, if you like marbles, this is maybe a bit less of interesting stuff, but this is my modular, well, currently this is a standalone version. I need to grab something. I left it downstairs, so let's do this. I'm gonna show you something other, and hopefully this gets you excited too, but it's not marbles, but it's RGB LED. So W-LED, you can control it and you can play with it, and let's see. Yeah, so be right back, I need to grab it. Yeah, I can still talk, but I cannot read the chat. All right, there we go. Found it. All right. So the lamp you're seeing here has multiple sections, because I just got a U1, so I can do multicolor for sharpness and non-sharp. You can see slightly difference on the camera. This is the version that is non-soldering. what I have here looks the same. I will try my best to do this here, but I need a small moment to actually install. Because this one is always cool. Because it gets people every time. Let's get the power supply here. There we go. Okay. Let's plug it in. And as you can see, there's only one light working. And you think, why is the whole lamp not working? Because I can add more height, and I can keep adding more height, and I can keep adding more and more height, and until I connect the roof, which is this one, and I gonna do my best to actually get the camera in a better position so you can actually see it a little bit. Yeah, it is better. So then we go over here, and if I attach the light, you get the full lamp. And so many times I've shown people the lamp and at events already. So the Maker Faire in Hanover and at Formnext and Smurf. It's always that point of like, people see the lamp like, oh, this is just a lamp. And I was like, want to see a cool trick? And most people are like, okay. So how fast do you think I can disconnect the lamp? And most people are like, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Oh, it's way too long. Because I can literally just do this, as you just saw me building it up. Because it's set up with pogo pins. So the power and the data and the ground all connect onto the lamp. So the moment I disconnect it, gets that height. And that's the fun part. Thank you. That's the part I'm trying to reach. So I can put this one on the ground. And don't crash it, please. There we go. And now I can just do this one. Because one, I have another layer. And this is 1 meter 25 centimeters, so almost 1.5 meters in total height. And for me, this was the big project that started it. Hey, right, yeah. So I'm focusing on the small lamp right now because that's a lot easier. So this small lamp doesn't contain soldering. So what you do is connect it with the electronica inside. So you just connect it up. You don't need soldering for this version. And in time, hopefully, I can put this version on printable so you can print it yourself. And I'm really trying to work on that. I'm slowly working on the build guide, which is terribly hard for me because I'm just freaking out about the small details, and I know I just need to make a draft, get a Discord server up and running so people that want to do can check and help me out because I'm a very dyslexic person. It's always in the background. But yeah, today is the marble focus, but hey, new people I always love showing around because this is the things I try to make and do. And I try to do more with this. And yeah, this is the base lamp that I want to sell. If I get some income, I can invest time into make the big one also no soldering or less soldering, because each segment takes me around 5 hours of soldering because it's 3 times 16. Oh no, it's 3 times for a pogo pin to the LED. The other pogo pin to the LED. So you have 4 times 3 times 16 times 2. So it's around 128 or 172 soldering joints I need to do. That takes me 5 hours because you're gonna screw up. I screwed up multiple times. I've blown up so many LED strips. It's not fun. If I want to sell this one, which I have enough people that want this lamp, I need to say, sorry, it's 500 euros per segment. And I don't want to do that. So this version is literally a lot simpler, because I can show that here. And with this one, because I can take this one apart and do this. Because it's always fun to learn. Yep, don't crash. Oop. So let's grab this one. You solder while the LED strip is inside, yes. It was not the best thing. I already have I've talked with Joe on Smurf, so like I can send him a message when the lamp is ready, and he probably wants to promote it too, and I need to ask him like if he wants to build one, so because then I will send the materials ahead of time that he can assemble one and put to YouTube live while my printables goes live. But I need to just send him a message, and I'm just too scared to actually do that. I know he added me on Instagram, so he follows me there and all that, but that's just me feeling tiny and nervous, like, yeah, very scared. But yeah, he and you're not the David helping Joel, right? Because that is also a David. Because you and Joel are pretty awesome people. I already talked with that David a couple times. If this is you, then I feel a little bit sad by now, but yeah. Are you that David? Do I remember correctly now or not? Because now I'm very confused if you are that David. Yeah. But yeah, let's unpack this one. Let's do this. Let's get this one in place. Okay. My nails are too short. My nails are too short. Ow. Okay, we need to get it out. There we go. Get this one out, and need to get this one out for the moment, so I can do this and do that. I need to remove this one for now. I need to stop biting my nails. I really need to stop biting nails. Ow! That hurts. Okay, get this one out. And get this one out. Because I took a lot of time to actually compress the system into, oh, wrong side, to make it without soldering, because like I know a lot of people can solder, but it's more the cool part of actual doing it in a way where you don't need soldering. So you kind of have these strips, and you do the segments of 2, and when this one goes down, you can actually just click them in. And now I need this system. And yeah, I have redesigned this whole system. So before, let's grab to the old one, because I got sick of it. So the moment you put a LED strip in, so you put this one in the old one. Alright. Good luck. I'm going to show off the lamp a little bit more, so good luck with the travel. Travel safe and do what you can do. So the old system is this one. So you just click it in and it clicks in. But as you can see, this one is already very loose, and I was not happy with this. So printing wise, not yet. Like I'm trying to set up a Patreon and PayPal where people just can donate. But to be short, I have a government system in the Netherlands that helps me out. But the moment I earn money, I can lose that. So I need to be careful with how I spread my income and do that. So I'm talking with that government system. So hey, can I try to work, because hey, I'm autistic, so that doesn't really work. And currently, like, I don't have a good way where the tax system is not punishing me for accidents. So for me, for now, the appreciation that you are here and watching and enjoy what I do, that means the world to me. That is really the thing that really counts for me right now. And I really appreciate the money, like, but the view, the click, and the talking and the connections, that helps me the most. Because this is a 3D printing community, we're all doing it together, and that's the part that is the most awesome thing. So again, safe travels, be safe, and I see you when I see you. So yeah, but this system didn't really click because this should be tight here. That didn't work. So what I did is make a new clicky system. This is a prototype, of course, where this one already shifts into a Doventail in here. So this here is already a Doventail. This is currently PLA, yes. So you can click it in already, and it's already stuck here. And when you click it in, and now it's fully tight. This one is stuck without friction, because it clicks in this part here and clicks in the Doventail on the inside. So this is keeping it all in place. And this works way better. The top also has a different system, and that is still clicky, but this one works fine. There's a small divot in here. So this small divot here pushes the LED strip into the front. So this clicks in and the LED strip gets fully lined out. This, in combination with the bottom part, makes that the LED strip lines out as good as I can to be centered in all possible screw-ups of people printing too fast. So I'm doing such my best to make a design that people are gonna print this fast. I print mostly very slow. And hey, Netventive, I print very slow, so most of my print speeds, if I say this takes me 1 day of printing, probably people will crank it down to 14 hours and are very impatient. This whole outside, as you can see here, is 2 layer lines. So if it zooms in, it's very thin. So if you print this and all this too fast, it's gonna break in the quality. And I'm trying my best to prevent all the stupid silly things. Well, literally like this, but just it's printed like this. David, all the like, I appreciate the views, because that counts the most for me. Like, I know a lot of people saying like, I'm trying to get a Discord server up and running so I can collect things and do that. And I know I'm trying to sell the lamp, and the marble contraption will be free, and the motor and stuff. And I need income, because then I can make this my job, and I still hardly puzzling out how to do that in a good way in puzzling it out, because I don't want to take advantage of weak-minded people selling random crap. I want to create a good project, so that should work. But yeah, thanks for being here, making the connections. Hey, maybe you can get me a connection to go to Awesome Sauce? Awesome Sauce, right? No? I say it correct. Yes, Awesome Sauce. No? Sauce something. Sorry, naming it. And to go there would be great. Like, if I can sell the lamp and the part of the marble contraptions, and that gives me enough money that I can say, cool, get me a ticket to Awesome Sauce, and if I can make a connection to get the cost a little bit lower, that will be bloody awesome.
You are listening to 24/7
But at the same time, I'd like to go to all the maker fairs in the USA too and just visit them all and have a blast and make new connections and build silly stuff. But yeah, okay, so no issue with overhang. There are almost no overhangs. Like, I designed this whole thing in one piece, so there are no overhangs. And this structure, because it's round, and I work out for 2 years in CrossFit, and I am open source. Yeah, sorry. Hey, awesome sauce. It sounds better, man. Open source. Yeah, awesome sauce. But yeah, this structure is pretty strong because it's rigid in all directions. So it's really freaking. And I'm gonna try again because this is an old one. Nope, I cannot squish it. I cannot squish it. But yeah, if you make a bump, this can break very easy because it's 2 layers. But everything is connected on the inside. And do I still have? I can show. Wait. Okay, let's get a new plate. Okay. I don't know, I lost count. I lost count. So we're gonna slice the sample one, and then you see what the structure is in this small piece, and then imagine that it goes full circle, of course. So the technique, and this is the only bridging that you have, is this small piece over here. So if we go to line type, you see this is the only bridging. This is the only bridging, and it is lined up good enough. Yeah. So let's go to open source, but make a secret area that is awesome sauce. So this is the only bridging, and I designed it in a way where it goes with the outside line. So it doesn't stop here and make a small tiny line. It keeps sprinting from the same line. It doesn't slow, it slows down a little bit, but it stays connected. So it's not retracting while starting in this point, going to the left, and starting here, going to the right. So I designed it in a way that stacks up. And that's why there is just no bridging at all. And this all just keeps going. The design, I think, is good enough that I can remove all the infill, but like I do 4% infill to have a little bit of lining here. And that's it, that's the whole design going up. And as you can see, the outside just goes up and down in a wide angle area, but it's shallow. The angles are shallow enough that it doesn't affect the print quality itself until you go too fast. The design is modeled precise enough that you never get an infill line here. And it's very specific on the thickness, so you only have 2 lines of thickness to do all that. And that's what I try to make. And I'm now trying to make the build guide, which, like, again, as I said, I'm not very good with words. I'm very dyslexic and very conscious about my own failures, because I know I'm not very good at that. So yeah, I'm slowly getting there. With that, I am trying to make a Discord server, also very scary. These ones don't connect. This is a standalone version. The big one is with pogo pins. So the small one won't be connectable. I need to rework this design to possibly make that. The hard part of it, and this is the scary part with the stackable. I do want to make a stackable version. The problem there is that I don't have the PCB knowledge to actually make a board that is safe enough to handle. How do the sections connect to each other? Corner pieces, like. Wait, like I can try to. Let's see if we can. projects, big lamp, printables, color B lamp. Let's see if we have this one. So this is the whole lamp. Let's create it on a new field. And let it slide. So okay, try to type because otherwise I'm missing it. Yeah, and that's inventive. This is the problem. That like I can make a stackable and I can say, oh, only go 5 layers. But this design doesn't prevent you to go to 6 layers. So this one is limited with WLED to 6 amps. But potentially if I go full brightness, this tower can already go to 18 amps. And this is just 5 sections. That's the whole bloody problem. Because if I sell my stackable version, someone can just decide, I'm gonna stack it to 20 layers. And then his house will burn down and I get sued. So, yeah, I need to learn how to prevent that the chips understand like, hey, this is too much, I'm not working, screw you, I'm only going to 10 layers because that's the safety protocol. And yeah, I really want to sell the big one too, because I have enough people that really want that one too, and they're like, yeah, okay, I will pay 4,000 euros for it. I'm like, that's cool, but the safety issues are my concern and I don't want to do that. Yeah, and that's the part I'm still learning, because everything here is currently 5 volts. I want to make a core that goes to 24 volts or 48 volts and steps it down to 5 volts or 12 volts again. But like, my PCB knowledge is really bad. I need a custom PCB, which if I want to sell it, I need it CE certified. Yay, that's a problem because that is bloody pricey. Yeah, and you guys are saying the things I'm slowly learning. I have no good clue about that. Like, I can solder and do 5 volt stuff, but if we go to 24 plus, you lost me completely. I'm making cool, weird ass designs. And that's what I do, but then the electronic part is scary. I don't have much income. And if I want to make the big one, I need a custom PCB, and with a custom PCB I need the CE certification and the USA power supply certifications, which are in the same bloody price range. And I get an estimate, maybe you pay 2,000 euros or 10,000 euros or 20,000 euros to actually get your chip CE certified, so you're actually legit selling, so I can actually physically sell it. And I don't have that money yet. Like, I really wish I had, but I don't. So for me, didn't focus on the stackable lamp. I focused on a version that is out of the package. You can buy the parts on AliExpress or another website and do your thing, or Amazon, and install it without soldering, and base chips that are already should be certified. I have one problem because this chip that I'm using, that's a Seed Studio one, so the chip itself CE certified. This board not. I cannot use it. So trying to find the midway where I conscience feel good that I can give you guys a good product and safety issues is hard. I can put this online and screw things up, and if it goes wrong, then I'm not responsible. You should have checked it yourself. But I want to give out a good base, and that takes some time, and I'm still trying to puzzle out the house and where, and yeah. I had a person emailing me last week, and I was a little bit scared. He turned into one of the aggressive guys that's like, I want your land, give it me now. And it was such a polite guy, and he was just so, or person, I don't know if it is a guy, the name suggests guy, but that person was just very excited to get my lamp. He has a printer, but he said, I want to buy the produced version. So I build it, I send it up to you, way more pricier. That's the normal standalone lamp, so if I build it for you and I send it up to you, will go for 250 euros. maybe 300. That's a lot. Do-it-yourself package, unprintables. I'm aiming that you pay around 60-70 euros in total. So I'm bringing down the cost of materials, so the electronic chips, the LED strips, and then I can sell the STL unprintables for 29 or 39 euros. I'm estimated there. And then you can build it yourself. I'm building the written guide, with the written guide done, multiple languages done. Discord server, still trying to set it up so people can help me there, and I can localize more people together of like, hey, I'm building this guide out. Do you think, have you feedback? And I can collect it in one place, because otherwise I have 14 different places where I'm trying to get feedback. I'm trying to centralize it right now. That's hard. That's hard. And get people hopefully excited that people want this lamp, because you can do a lot of shit with it. I removed WLED with one of my lamps. I can play Snake and Flappy Bird on it. Yes. Why not? Can I build that up? Yeah, okay. I think it's this one. I forgot which one it is. So, give me a moment. Yep. Okay, so this one should be Flappy Bird. Where's the entrance? There. Okay, let's see. I hope this one is the Flappy Bird one. I'm gonna try. Yes, this is the Flappy Bird one. Okay. So, this one is a little bit special. Because, and I'm gonna set this camera a little bit weird up, hopefully. There we go. Okay, let's try. So, this is the lamp I want to walk around with. This will become my backpack lamp version, because I have a backpack version that I can show around. But I can go to my Wi-Fi on my phone, and I can go to Snake Lamp. So the moment I click on Snake Lamp and I connect to it, it directly goes to the interface of the web browser. And I can press Snake. And if I click now, you see there is a snake walking around. So I can go up, down, and just... I have a working snake now on my lamp. So I'm gonna try and do that. And now I'm game over. So I can also go to Flappy Bird. And I'm not really good at typing that, so I'm trying to... It's really hard to do it, but the cool part for me is like, you need to walk around the lamp, because I want to play with the mindset of like, I want to play Flappy Bird, but then you need to run around the lamp, and also with the snake, you're just running around the lamp, because I want to get that part in of like having fun entertainment. Thank you. I'm consistently streaming every Tuesday around this time. I can also pop in other days, but Tuesday is the day I'm always trying to be more consistent of Tuesday evening streaming. Thank you for being here. It was super fun to show my stuff. I always do that. And thank you for the chats and being here. See you next time. Good luck and have a good day, evening, or wherever you are. But yeah, so we have a Flappy Bird game, and I'm trying to, like, I can code a little bit, but this is AI generated with my assistance, because I'm refusing to automatic upload. I do my best to check all the code the AI is writing for this game and this interface. I can program in Arduino and in C++ and do that stuff. I cannot make this interface because I have never done that. But I have done my best to understand what the AI is making, and like I could generate it in around 30 minutes of heckling and writing the good prompt. And after that I spent around 6 hours just learning what the AI wrote, how it wrote, why it wrote, and understanding what it is, because I do not want to use AI in a way that I don't know what it is doing. But yeah, we can play games on my lamp. Well, what I upload, it's an ESP, so you can upload your own code and have fun with it. You don't have to use WLED, but for most people that just want a fancy lamp with cool colors, you can use WLED. Works perfectly fine. But I also want to make interactions, so that is, for me, the really cool part. And now I need to fix this one again. There we go. Is the height correct? Yeah, that's correct. And turning it. But yeah, this is the madness of my work area right now. Where was I? I forgot. Showing is fun, but now I need to realize where the hell was I? This is an old one, so this goes in here. Let's put you over there. But yeah, making funny, silly, good stuff is what I like to do, and building it all out and having a blast with it. But like, okay, I have blue plastic and no black plastic. I need to load in the black plastic. I need to unload this one. I have some models that I was done with the marble contraption, but now I need to load in the correct plastics. So let the TPU stay there. Load in black on this side for the camera, and I'm in the back because I got a U1. I'm very happy with it. I got a core one and I have a red rig, so I have 3 printers right now. But it took me a couple weeks to actually use them again. Okay, this one is loading in. Okay, do I want to do everything in black? Yes, I want to do everything in black. Load up, complete. Go this one. This is just PLA. Give me the color black, please. Save. Loading mode for this one, load. Okay, so black is going in. Let's see where we're going. This is for me the most fun. That it's just like getting all that stuff completed together. And yeah, so the lamp itself, the full lamp, takes a long time to slice because it's a heavy model. But as you can see, the whole model is interconnected, so the outside line goes completely on the outside. The inside line also goes completely on the inside. It's modeled in a way that stays consistent, so the only infill line you have is the yellow one here and the red one is infill. You don't need much. This should be multicolor, so this is a little bit weird right now because I didn't set the colors correct. Because it's line type, and summary should show all the colors in blue, which is didn't select the colors yet. But as you can see, the design is structural, really strong because it goes to all the directions. Let's move the camera again. I need a 4th camera because then I don't have to do this anymore. Oh well. Let's get this one in. Let's get you there. And now we're back. Where's my chair? There's my chair. Almost fell off my chair. But yeah, these design types is what I love to do, is trying to push for that extra small detail. And as you can see, the only bridging you have is this small piece and the rest is all structural going up. And then the only bridging other part is on the inside here, which should be, this should not be that big. No, it's also not that big because like I'm also closing off in this area, so you can actually see that this area here doesn't need bridging. So the actual only bridging I have is these small lines, really tiny bridging pieces, and that's it. That's the only part that bridges in this whole model. And I have some small pieces here that you break off. So I will switch back to the work table for now, because I can show that on this one, the old version. So you can see that this is already broken off, and the supports I have right here, camera light collections. So I can just snap it and break it off. That's how easy the support is. This is the only support that I have. A small piece of support that just keeps this one secure. That's the only support you have. This is the support and the tiny pieces of bridging, and that's the whole concept of making this lamp. That's the whole process of making this lamp. And I'm trying to improve on that more and more and more, to actually see where it goes. But yeah, I was working on this one, so I wanted to do this. Let's do a save, because I want to do that. And manual power, so this one goes in here. Okay, close enough. Alright, so how high is this compared to this? 5mm difference should be fine. So this one goes on there. So manual elevator base, top. So manual power handle, and then we need this adjustment, bottom engine clip, manual bottom. Oh, and I switched my cameras wrong, so sorry for that. I sometimes forget that. Too many cameras didn't go to the correct interface. Alright, we got manual bottom clip in place. We only need base screw is now adjusted, yes. Manual base screw, so that one is adjusted. This one is not adjusted, but we're reprinting it anyway. This one needs to be reprinted. This one and this one needs to be reprinted. I'm gonna do it all in full black. Do I want to change some stuff up? No, I'm gonna do it all in full black, because that's the only plastic I currently still have. I don't have many more plastics anymore. I'm running out. Yeah, that's boo. That's boo, 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 boo. Okay. Alright, I'm using OBS, yes. Yes, most people say get one of those clicky pads, but I have this table here and another table here, so then I need two of those Stream Decks. Stream Decks. Now I need two already, because places. But yeah, I'm using OBS, because it works pretty good, because then I can just click switch, and yay! Wait. Okay. Let's do, this is the manual bottom clip that we need. Alright, so let's save this one. Let's create a different folder again. 3D models, own projects, marble, 6. Lift, okay. Manual parts. And let's save it here. Manual bottom clip. Save. And we're gonna save this one. This one doesn't need to be renamed, so we go place this one on here. move to 1. Save. Manual button click is the one over left. Oh, it works as a good tool for me. Like, I have no complaining. Like, okay, sometimes the sound breaks off, but that's probably a Windows thing instead of an OBS. So, are you already streaming, and what else are you using? Because I'm also curious if for other programs. Or you want to stream in time because
24/7.
Or you just want to do recording because that works with OBS too. Alright, marble entrance. Yes, save. That one. And touch scroll. Don't need that one. That was at the top. We need this one. Double check. Yes. We already have the handle. Nope. Oh, we need pet G. Yep, okay. Manual pet G part. I need to switch that out, so I'm gonna use the core one for that. So I need some pet G in there. So let's load up the core one with pet G. Filament, unload filament. Because I have PLA in that, I can switch that up with PETG and print all the PLA to do that. So let's get the plastic out. Okay, let's get this one over here. Where did I hide my patchy? There, found it. Oop, there we go. Okay, so let's get the patchy in. I need a cut. Oop. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. Cool. I've done Twitch streaming for a decent long time and I got sick of it. And then real life happens, Corona happens, and I was like, what the hell do I do with my life? Then I met Grant from 3D Musketeers at Smurf, the 2024 version. I start talking with him like, hey, I want to be a content creator, but I don't know how to do it. And he was like, cool, let me help you out. And from there, I went to a small event in the Netherlands, met other awesome people from Germany, went to the Maker Faire in Hanover because people were like, show your stuff and do something with it. And now I'm doing this. Yeah. Grant is awesome. He is very direct. He can come over as sometimes a big asshole, but he really means it out of his heart. If he says something in an asshole way, he really means it. Like, dude, you need to handle that. Do your best. He is not going around the bush, and that is, I'm the same thing. Like, I do not like to go around the bush. Just be direct and be honest, and that's the most important part. And Grant is in the same way. He will say what is needed. And not everyone can do that, and not everyone likes that. Yeah, I'm without plugins right now, and I'm a little bit. I don't want to use plugins right now because how Twitch does things is all the mini games, and like I do watch a couple Twitch streamers, but the mini games and all the collecting of points and the whole Twitch interface gets me negative depressed because I see so many dark patterns that it doesn't feel great to watch. I get such a bad vibe there, but I still try to watch the people that I appreciate it. But some of those interfaces don't sit right with me. They're not great. So, yeah. But take your time, one step at a time, but keep going forward. I have the same problem in that field. Like I was so overthinking and I want to do that first step right. But even if you screw it up, you have done your step. And that's the most important part. You have done your step. And let's go to this screen because then I have a little bit bigger camera and it's a lot easier. So even if you feel like you screwed up, but you did it anyway. And that's what I learned from Grant and other content creators. Do it. I have trouble with that because I want to do things right. That. But yeah, the hard part realizing is, and I still have trouble with it, but I know. Screw up, but have fun. Keep focus on having fun. And build the things. Like I'm a building content creator and I love that. I'm not much of a reviewing type streamer. And yeah, that's also a good one. What do you want to stream? Do you want to create or do you want to do reviews or 3D printing or gaming or anything else? What is the style you want to go for? Because also handy to know. And I need to check my plastic. Yeah, oh yeah, that's very bubbly. That should not matter. Yes. Okay. Because I can assume, hey, probably 3D printing, but... Yeah. Okay, so I got this one, this one is saved. No, okay. Okay. So let's go to prepare, get the new plate in, and find the correct folder. So yeah, focus on what you want to do and keep focus on that. Manual parts. No. Okay, you need to line up there. Heck yeah. The hard part, and I have the same problem, that people just want to see the cool things. But keep having fun with what you do and focus on that first. Do not forget that. Because I've done it before in focusing on the hype things. And yeah, I've done that on Twitch. I have made other parts before, and I guarantee you, you're not gonna have fun that way. Okay, this one needs to be separated, so I need to move this one. This is all printed in place. Yes. Oh, you're very close to Grant. That's awesome. You're very close to Grant. Yeah, Grant is Tampa Bay too, right? Should be Tampa Bay. Am I forgetting? I can look up his site. His address is local. Okay, so this is all in place. Yes. Okay. You need to be synced up. Yeah, that's pretty close. That's awesome. Just don't knock on his door without saying, because he will shoot. He will shoot. But that's pretty awesome, man. Okay, go to objects. I need to go. What the hell? Poly Terra Black White PLA. Double check that the settings are correct. Yes, cool. Everyone starts somewhere, and that's the most cool part. I have, I think, 7,000 to 10,000 hours of just doodling around in Fusion, in 3ds Max, in all the different programs, and learning, soldering, modeling, painting, and all the stuff. And I've not recorded anything of that because I didn't live stream back then, and I kind of skipped over it because I thought people were not interested in it. But if you can make a good story of how to learn it, when to learn it, and why to learn it, I think those can be really cool videos, and I'm still looking myself how to do that, how to make a video explaining how the lamp works and entice other people to build your own versions, to create something cool around with your own hands, because for me that's the most cool part there is. And to make that catch of the story that really hits on YouTube and the social medias. If you can do that in a way of just like building, having fun, but record everything, as long as you have enough storage space, and you can hopefully make a story about that and make a cool building story, a flow of like, oh, today we're gonna build this, and I was trying to puzzle out how to do this, but I found out that this didn't work. Let's puzzle out how we fix this. And I know I have a lot of setup with that, but I don't have much storage space. I cannot record my whole thing from all angles, like crap. I don't have much storage space left. Oh, still need to, yep, okay. 2. But hopefully have a blast and do that. Like, so are you in the 3D Musketeers Discord too, or? Wait. That. Hey, I'm also a friend, man. It's fine, but you're in it. And that's the important part, because there are a lot of public discords which can be very hectical and aggressive. But a lot of people at Grant's 3D Musketeer Discord are pretty chill. I hang out there in the voice a lot too, so there's probably someone there right now. Yep. Ursel and Doc and Abraham are there too. I hang out there too. So, if you have a connection with Grant, learn, have fun, explore what you want to build silly stuff, build crazy stuff, build stuff that doesn't work, but record it and have fun with it. That's the most important part. That's the part where you just have fun. The tutorial for Discord, you mean how to use Discord or make your own server? Because I'm gonna say I'm trying to build my own server and I have troubles with it too. 3D Musketeers is a paid Discord for 5 or 10 dollars a month. But it's how to use. I don't know any good YouTuber that actually done that. I cannot Google it because then I get hit points. But yeah, that small value of Grant's Discord is paid because it keeps the trolls out, it keeps the aggressive people out, and everyone is trying to help. If you need help, a lot of people there help because everyone appreciates each other. Everyone has time for most people. Like if you have a problem, you want to show some small stuff, people will react on it. I hang out in the voice and Grant joins in much too. Sometimes other people join in and we have a blast building things. And if you need business help or you want to set up a 3D printing business or live streaming help, most people there have a lot of knowledge there too. And I think because it's people appreciate for it, they also want to help other people and everyone want to help each other. And I noticed that difference level of, it's not always about the money, but everyone puts in their own value. Everyone puts the value in to go there. And some people, like me, I got invited by Grant because I'm a friend of him. And he was like, you're doing awesome stuff, you're gonna come here and don't care about the payment. If I get enough income stable, I just want to pay him and help him out too, because he is paying a couple editors. He is paying for all the traveling stuff, going to all the events. And yeah, he actually needs a lot more than I do. Like I'm one person, and if I get a little bit sponsors, I can go anywhere. But he has a couple editors to pay and everything. There are so many people there that can help you. Just be polite, don't be aggressive. And have a little bit of patience, because while Discord is chatting, not everyone can react at the same time. And that's with every social media platform. Don't expect everything in 1 second. As long as you do that, you're golden, man. Like, take it bit by bit, take the small steps, make the small steps bigger. Or break the big step, let's say it better. Break the big steps down in smaller steps so you can actually see what you're doing. Because in that way you can create more awesome stuff. And it doesn't need to be great, grandiose, or amazing. Build the stuff you want to build and learn from that. And make cool videos about that. That's what I'm trying to do here with the live stream too. Showing you guys stuff, what I make and how I make it. And yeah, it can be hard. It can be intimidating. But the more you try it, every day, 10-20 minutes. And it's every day you extend your knowledge with 20 minutes. And sometimes you get distracted or you see something really focused. You focus on that and then 2 hours later, you learn for 2 hours. That's the important part, is having fun while learning new things. And it's probably scary to learn new things because, like, I'm good at technical. I'm gonna grab something. I'm slowly trying to learn ZBrush. So I'm trying to ZBrush a dragon head. And this is the hardest thing for me. And take your time, because this is taking me around 4 years. And I'm still learning the program ZBrush, so how to sculpt model and understand how this all works. Now I have a tool changer, I can do a lot of weird, funky stuff that I couldn't do before, and hopefully I can make this more better. But there are so many ways to build things. There are so many cool ways to build things, and it takes time. Like, we'll try, get the camera over here again. There we go. Cool, now we're in show mode. So, Bastion from Overwatch. So, this is the Bastion tank. And this one is around, on Twitch, no, you cannot find it anymore because all the videos are gone, but I had around 500-600 hours just streaming on Twitch making this thing. I screwed things up so much, and yeah, there are so many things that are wrong with this project, but I made it anyway. I could say the whole time, it's not good enough, it's not good enough. And in my mind, I heard a lot of people saying that, it's not good enough, why are you making this? This is not selling. but I had fun making this. And this is when I do more, but yeah, puzzling out how to actually make it is the hard part. And a lot of these things are bloody scary. Yes! But scary doesn't mean you cannot do it. Scary means something I've not done it yet. I'm still learning. I'm still learning, so screw up. Because if you don't screw up, then you're not learning. Think I say that correctly? I think Ursula can say that way better than me, but yeah. What I did with this Bastion tank is that everything is dovetailed. So I can take it apart. I can take all these pieces easily apart. Well, you see, it's getting old. I mean, this is a project. This is 9-year-old plastic. This is 9-year-old PLA, and it still clicks into each other. This is 9-year-old PLA now. I built this 9 years ago. Times have changed. But it was driving before I wrecked the insides. Something 9-year-old plastic doesn't really do good with moving friction parts. Learn that one. But there are so many cool things that you can build. Keep tinkering, keep learning, and yeah, building things is scary, but it's also an exciting part, because every time I try to do that, come on, you get cool stuff like this. So keep building, keep exploring, make those connections, take your time. It doesn't have to be in a day. You don't have to build in a day. You don't have to, how to say that correct, and what? What? Okay. Oh. You made a mistake. Okay. Alright, let's print again. But yeah, okay. So I'm a little bit down in energy. I'm really getting tired, and okay, so also that. You meet people here, and I'm one of the small ones still. I still feel small, but you meet people in different areas. I've seen a lot of people only going to the big live streamers, and then you have 400 people watching it and 100 people interacting. Your message won't be found. But yeah, places like here, smaller places where you can actually talk and I can focus on the chat. You get a different connection and people reaching out because we all appreciate what we're saying and doing. So keep exploring, take those steps forward. You're gonna win, you're gonna conquer Discord. You're gonna understand how it works and do better. And the most important thing, be social, be patient, and don't push yourself too much. At least I don't like doing that, pushing myself to every channel like, oh, look at my work. Be a good person and help others too, and people will help you too. That's how it works. I mean, David here just saw my stream a couple times. He's trying to reach out if he can get me the open source. I don't know if that's gonna work, but that's me streaming and talking about it, and maybe he makes a connection and the other one is making that connection, and you never know where it ends up. But that's the cool part. You never know where you end up unless you try. If you don't try, you're never gonna make progress. And that's the hard part I learned, because I was stuck in a trap of thinking that my work was not good enough. But keep tinkering. Don't forget to have fun. Please do not forget to have fun. Money and cycles and everything is important and to get the ball rolling. But you don't need a lot of money to start. Like, these 3 cameras are now 10 years old. And this works, and I want to extend, but I need some income before I can do that. I got a 360 camera for events so I can walk around and hopefully get better in recording the events and have a blast there. and interview people, which is still... Interviewing people is scary. Still learning it. But I get there because every time I try more and do interview styles more and reach out and make those connections. And welcome to live streaming, man. Helps you can take the step and understand how Discord works and get OBS working. Take your time. How do you say that? The pyramid is not built in one day. Same for streaming, same for anything. Nothing is built in one day, nothing is built right now. And there are enough people that say, oh, you need to have it now. Doesn't matter. Awesome. That's why I'm doing this. Like, I still need to get the base income out of it so I can do more. But for me, this kind of stuff is depreciation. That I get people enticed to actually build and make things. And I had a young kid on my Twitch stream that saw my Twitch stream by accident, was interested, bought his own ender, bugged the hell out of me trying to explain how the ender works, and he made a pneumatic arm. So with syringes, he could use syringes to actually move the mechanical arm. And he's now more doing mechanical stuff. He started his study to do mechanical stuff because he saw my live stream building the Bastion. And that's the stuff I do it for, just to have fun, but to see other people building things too. That's the most cool part there is. Check, why you are not working? Yes? Yes. Okay. And make awesome stuff. If you have projects, you can plug yourself here, because you cannot plug links. I still need to set that all up. But if you have a project and you want to talk about it or have a problem, yeah. If you have Discord, I still need to set up my Discord server. You can ask for help there. You are connected in all the other Discords. There are so many people that can help you. Like, I can say, like, I can help you, but I'm not the only one that can help you. There are so many people that can help you, and if no one is there and I can help, I will help you. But reach out to multiple people. But don't be a bugger about it. Don't be aggressive about it. Take your time, and there are so many people that can help in their specific fields of wisdom. And even if I don't know it, well, I try to Google it and help out, because that's what the 3D printing community mostly does. Helping each other out and stay awesome. But yeah, I'm a little bit tired now. This was a long set of talking. Thank you. I do my best to... Like, I do my best to stream on Tuesdays. This time zone always. I was 30 minutes later because grocery shoppings and other stuff. But I try to make interesting stuff like this. The lamp, if the lamp on printables picks up a little bit, I want to make different versions. And hopefully that picks up too. And go to events, make more connections, make awesome projects, and see where it goes. That's all I can do. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now. I'm getting very tired because streaming takes a lot of energy. Thank you all for watching. See you next week. I have nothing extra plans for this week. And I'm gonna post out the build guide and hopefully get my Discord server up and running so I can chat with people easier, because the only way you can reach me right now is on Instagram, because YouTube doesn't have a private chat system. I hope to get my Discord server up and running where I can show the build guide in beta version and drafting, because then I can hopefully get some support of people that want to do that and get a better build guide up and running for everyone. Thank you, Tauju Essayer. Tauju? Is it Tauju? You have a very hard name, and thank you for the sub. Like, it's still getting there. Like, starting at the bottom is really hard, but it takes time. You cannot do this in one day and building it up. But thank you all for watching. Next week, Tuesday, I have hopefully more projects to show around, like in the progress of the lamp. Hopefully I can get my Discord server up and running, because then I can get more people in one place and combine the project ideas. That would be really cool, but again, setting up a Discord server is pretty hard, and I'm take my time to do it right. Thank you all for watching. See you next time. Good luck, have fun. Good night or good morning wherever you are. Later!